2023 is very quickly coming to the end, so it's time that Whiskey Tubers put together their Whiskey of the Year video. Now, I believe I've got my pick picked, but I wanted to ask you, the people, what is your Whiskey of the Year?
To you, the people.
So let's see what drams you're drinking, what bottles you were buying, and what was your best whiskey of this year. Welcome back to GWhisky. I'm Jeff, chatting whiskey. Let's crack on. GWhisky. I did a YouTube community post which went out to all my subscribers asking, what is your whiskey of 2023? And if you want to get involved with other crowdsourced videos I'm putting together, make sure to slap subscribe and keep in the loop. Now that was a professional segue. I did originally plan for this to go to just like my hardcore bottle slapper YouTube members, but man, the back end of YouTube can be confusing. So I didn't give any rules to how this whiskey could be picked, just which whiskey has truly stood head and shoulders above the rest that you drank this year. So enough waffle from me, let's get to the people, dive in and start with the brilliantly named Jeffrey Bangers. While trying to avoid the consensus train, he is going for the well-deserved Crowdsourced 13. Even if he spells Jeffrey wrong, he has really picked a banger. I think I need to state this is a different Jeff to the other Jeff who I got involved slapping with this Jeff on the Crowdsourced 13 review.
My name's Jeff.
I'll do the linky bobby things. So that's a strong start, and if you've not tried it, put it at the top of your list for next year. Next to Duncan. I believe this is the Duncan who is one half of the great Honest to a Malt podcast, and he's going with a Glen Scotia Whiteport Campbelltown Festival Edition for 2023. Now, I've not tried this one as of filming, but it's currently sat in one of my many abandoned shopping carts.
Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back.
I love their Tawny Port release and wonder if this could live up to it. So I've heard some really strong reviews on it, so I'm pretty sure it's a pretty solid bottle. Now on to a king of whiskey TikTok, the Whiskey Amateur. He is going for Wee Brune Coup from Little Brown Dog. I've been really impressed by one of the releases that I've tried, but I didn't even hear of this one. I'm gutted it passed me by. It's a birth year Camembridge, single grain, and it just sounds amazing. Werther's Originals, rhubarb and custard. It's just like, yeah, great sounding pick. Hopefully we have some real trash ones coming up as well. I want to be edgy.
No way. That is so punk rock.
Hell's Weirdo, Alan and Helen, who we all know in this whiskey world, picking a 20-year-old Crowdsourced from the Scotch Malt Whisky Society. So that's the second Crowdsourced on the list. Right, let's try find out what this bottle is. So it may be a different release from SMWS, but I found a bottle called A Beaker Full of the Warm South. It's a classic SMWS name. In fact, working for them and coming up with the mad tasting notes and these ridiculous names could be a dream job for me. Neil Immortal is coming in with Ben Romac cask strength, Boonhaven 12 cask strength, and an Edredor 12 Oloroso, but with that Booner 12 taking the win. I did predict this would have won the best scotch in this year's Oswars, but was beaten by a little known bottle of like Sprungbink or something.
Never heard of it.
Now to Quigo, please let me know how to pronounce it. Honoured to have you in the Bottle Slapper YouTube club. Lefroy 10 cask strength, a great choice. I really enjoyed a sample that I had, but I didn't quite love it as much as I thought I would. But I know it's a dram I've got to return to, and it's a bottle I've had my eye on for a long time. Maybe there's quite a difference in batch to batches. Kio 12, always a good pick too. Robert picking a Northstar 10 Cask Series 21. Let's see if I can find it. So I think this is a blended scotch, a 10-year-old release, and for 33 quid, that's probably a belter. Also Lecheg 10, can't argue with that. And Isla Rassay, I think we're really going to start seeing them catching on further next year. I know I need to hurry up and review it. To the one and only Petehead, we all know him, going for a SMWS Bath Street exclusive of Glen Scotia. So that's another point for SMWS and another for Glen Scotia. Then also going for the Lefroy 10 cask strength. I really got to get in on this. David Owen going for the Ben Romac cask strength, Anarch 18 and Kio 12. So that's another mention for the Ben Romac cask strength and another mention for Kio Kio Quigo 12. Both bangers, solid choices. For me, the Anarch 18 was a bit of a letdown. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Now for the second David in a row. David Shaw picking Bladnoch 11, Kilchoman Machia Bay, and once again, Ben Romack Cash Strength.
There's a pattern emerging here.
Machia Bay is a really stunning whiskey and it's currently like waiting there to be reviewed. And in truth, I've not dived deep into the world of Bladnoch. I've tried maybe 1 or 2 and I just remember this kind of like cheesy lactic note, but something I need to explore. And this is the third or possibly fourth person picking the Ben Romack Cash Strength. The numbers don't lie. On to Andy Walker, coming in with some great value bottles. He's got Lecheg Rioja finish. 100 times yes. That's possibly better than the 10 and it's just a real bargain. Talisker 10, a classic but one that I've started to steer away from. Maybe just due to how awful the new label is.
Stinks. It stinks. It stinks.
Then to the Laurelese blend from Thompson Bros. I think this is the one that I had at the festival, but I expected more Thompson Bros to have appeared already. Maybe that's because they were really hyped in 2022 and now they're really starting to hit the ground, so they'll be big in 2024. Either way, super solid, wallet friendly picks. Now to the great Whiskey and Wine Trails Tom. He is going for the Kilchoman Sanage? And in his own words, it's available, affordable and naturally presented.
But enough about me. I hope this hasn't been boring for you.
It's not one that I've explored, or maybe I have and it's the Loch Gorm I haven't had. Either way, I'm sure this is a super shout. It's another point for Kilchoman and they're doing great stuff. But we'll just glance over that mad price tag on the new 16-year-old. Now to the last, but certainly not least in this video. Sandra is coming in with another big vote for the dirty, oily beast that has Craigellachie 13. And if me ending on that one doesn't lure you in, I don't know what will. So yeah, a quick fire round, let me know in the comments below your pick. And as it stands, my whiskey of 2023 is not one of these ones mentioned so far.
You're a teaser, aren't you?
A huge thanks for watching, cheers to the wonderful members on this channel. You can also support by liking, subscribing, all the YouTube guff. I have had some more coasters made after selling out, ready for holidays if that tickles your pickle. But all that is left is all the best and cheers to the next one.